Man, James Brown is vibing tonight on that live. YouTube. It's your homeboy FarRat Evolve. Wait a minute, let me say that right. Facebook, affiliated streets, TikTok, Instagram. It's your brother FarRat Evolve. Brother Free, man. Just sitting here vibing off this James Brown right now, man. He doing that live. This is a man's world. Where y'all at? What y'all up to tonight on this Freestyle Friday, man? Man, took you a long time to get to Africa, James. Come on now. Okay. Good job, brother. Good job. He finna carry on, though. He finna carry on, man. James is finna carry on. So tonight, y'all, I had a thought in mind. I just wanted to see if I can get a few of y'all in here tonight. I want to see something, man. I don't go in here much. I wanna relay something to y'all that one of my core mentors taught me back in 2021. I mean 2001. 24 years ago. Shout out to brother Coach East, man. Lynn Talley, man. One of the most profound brothers I ever had the privilege of spending time with, man. But he talked about these stages of wrongdoing, right? Wrong happening in 3 stages, right? Revolutionary concept. Some of y'all might know this. This might be a realization for some of y'all. Like some of y'all might already know, but I'm gonna share it with you, despite whether you know it or not. It's a refresher if you do know. If you don't know, it's knowledge born, right? So bad happens on 3 levels. You can do a bad thing accidentally, right? That's bad in error. It was a mistake. Doesn't change the fact that it was something bad that you did, right? But you check it by correcting it, right? So in the first level, you check bad by correcting it, right? If you don't correct it as a mistake, it will inevitably lead to wrongdoing. Meaning, at first you didn't intend to do it, right? The next time you did it with an intent to do it. So when you do it with the intent to do it, it's no longer a mistake. It's no longer error. Now it's wrongdoing. Same act. I'm going to go further. I'm going to illustrate. But I want to give you the principles, the foundational principles for what I'm saying to you right now. Right? On the 3rd level, if you don't correct wrongdoing, at that level, it will inevitably lead to evil doing. Unchecked wrongdoing leads to evil doing. Unchecked error leads to wrongdoing. Evil is the worst stage of wrong. It manifests in so many different ways. You got people raping children. You got people murdering elderly. You got people, just every form of debauchery. Oh man, there's just so many ways we could do that. And in this sort of society, it's easy to illustrate all the ways that evil happens, right? And we're dealing with a world that is mastered by a wordsmith who invents the word to cast evil suggestions in firm resolutions. So let me give you some illustration now. So I was trying to follow my older partner, man, Coach East, when he was lacing me with this revolutionary concept. I never looked at it that way, but it was growing for me. It was growth, right? But I was trying to follow him. He looked at me and he was like, Jesus had these problems. I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, he was always trying to tell somebody something directly, and they never understood it. So he had to speak in allegories and metaphors, and he had to do it indirectly because they couldn't process it directly. You know what I mean? When that's you, right, as the student, but I was the student. I'm still the student, right? When that's you as the student, there's a degree of embarrassment that you have to overcome in order to learn the lesson, right? So he said the father has this garage, right? And he has a son that's curious about what goes on in the garage. He's trying to follow after his father in a way, right? So one day, he's in the garage working on this Mustang, and he has certain tools out. His son comes in. It's kind of dangerous because he has the vehicle lifted up on the jack, and he doesn't have stands under it, so it's a little dangerous. So he tells his son, just step out, man. I don't want you in here while these tools are right here. In the interim of this, he's taking a wheel off while he's got the car on the jack. He's taking a wheel off, right? So he got the lug wrench and he's turning the wheel, and his son is observing him, right? But he goes out, right? A few days later, dad is at work, son's coming into the garage by himself. Mom is somewhere in the kitchen. Nobody's paying him any attention. He comes into the garage and he starts to look around for the tool that he saw his dad with last time, right? He's like, he sees it's a lug wrench thing, and he's like, okay, that's the thing Dad was using to take the wheel off. So he goes and he takes the lug wrench and kind of figures out what Dad was doing with it and turns one of the lugs. Dad hadn't tightened the lugs all the way up yet. He was still working on the car, but he had lowered it and left the lug nuts on it, right? Son comes in, right? Takes about 3 of the lugs off of the car, right? Mom's coming. Boy, where you at? She's coming. So he panics and he runs back in the house, puts the tool back where he found it and runs back in the house, right? Note that. Pops comes home. He's like, man, let me get back in here and deal with this car, right? While I got a second. So he opens up the garage, right? Walks in, fires up the Mustang, backs the Mustang out of the driveway, takes off going down the street. Wheel snaps. Boom. He run into a car. One of the neighbor's cars. He wheel snap. He run into one of the neighbor's cars. Damn it. He attributed it to him forgetting that he had left the lugs loose on the car. Right? Long story short, he gets the car towed back to the driveway, has his insurance do a claim on the damages that he did to the neighbor's car. He's very apologetic, explains to the neighbor what happened. Everything works out. You know, he didn't do that much damage. But when he comes back in, dinner time, he's explaining what happened to the family at the dinner table. It's like, man, I pulled out, took off, and I knew last night when I was working on the car that I had left the lugs loose. His son never said anything. Right? Okay. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. His son never said anything. Dad's at the table explaining what happened, the effect of loosening up the lug nuts on the car. This is the effect. It will damage it. It puts the car in a situation where it gets out of control, right? And it could hurt somebody. It could have hurt Dad. Time goes on. It's about 3 weeks later. Son go to school. He in junior high school. He goes to school, gets into a fight with a girl, right? Hits the girl. This becomes a big old deal in school. Like, you know, it was something where he had liked the girl and some other guy was talking to the girl, and instead of address, you know, that he had liked her and, you know, say something to the guy about it or whatever, he got into an argument with the girl. She didn't even know where he was coming from, right? And before you knew it, he was emotionally out of control. He had swung at her and kind of smacked her on her face. Of course, she retaliated. But this ended up in him being in the principal's office with a phone call to the family that he had to be removed from the school immediately. Dad gets the call at work. Man, what's wrong? Your mom comes to school to pick him up. Dad gets the call at work. It's urgent. Man, this dude done went in here and hit some girl in the school. He said, what? And they talking about expelling him from school and all this. You better deal with your son. Right? He like, oh yeah, I'm going to deal with him, all right. So we moving on, right? So he gets off work. Obviously, he got to address the elephant in the room, man. What's going on with you, man? So, sit at the dinner table, and Pop starts to go in on him. He didn't use much tact or, restraint. He kind of starts going in on it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't put your damn hands on no girl in no damn school. What the hell? You ain't going to school. You go, what you fighting girls? What kind of punk stuff? You know, you start talking kind of down to him. Son getting his feelings. He retorted on Pops like, man, you ain't got to talk to me like that. Pops haul off and smack him at the dinner table. I'm not no girl. Pops smack his son at the dinner table. He put the emphasis, I'm not a girl. Hit me. Now, son frustrated. He's grabbing his head. He's angry. He do something to this nigga, man. Whoa. What am I? The thing that he can do about. What the hell is that? How did I flip that? Hold on, y'all. I did something crazy. Okay, there I go. Okay. So and his son's angry. Pops is angry. Time goes by. They not talking to each other, right? About a week later, he's out of school. They suspended him from school for 2 weeks. So he's sitting around the house every day. Mom's is having him doing every menial chore and job that she can fathom, right? Go in here and, right, pick up the refrigerator and sweep up under it. You know what I mean? Go in the laundry room and pick up the washing machine when it's full of clothes and sweep up under it. Shine underneath the dryer, right? She's really putting it on him as far as chores, and he's just frustrated, man. He don't know what to do. He's angry with his father, though. And it hits him one day. Pops is gone. Mom's done went to the grocery store. The Mustang is still in the garage. Pops done fixed it. He been driving the Mustang. He like, I know what I'm going to do. He goes in the garage, grabs the lug wrench, and loosens 5 of the lugs on the same side. But he just loosens them just enough for the wheel to stay on. Never said a word. Just loosen the lugs. That weekend, Pop tell his wife, he like, you know what? Today's one of them days, you know, we need to pull the old school out, pull the rag down, right? And go ride down the highway. You know what I mean? What would you think about that? We can leave Junior ass here. He ain't, you know, we're just me and you on a day out and night out. She's like, I'm good with that. Pops jumping the Mustang that night. About 6 o'clock. Him and Mom's. Junior up in his room listening to some kind of weird music. I don't know what that was. He told me the story. He was listening to some kind of weird music. Moms and Pops take off. They rolling. They jump on the highway. They get up. Pops feeling it. You know, the Mustang got that 427 in it. He getting down on that Mustang, right? He doing about 80 miles an hour. He goes to get on the off-ramp to the highway. The wheel flies off. The Mustang flips over. Pops is ejected and killed instantly. Mom's had her seatbelt on, but her vertebrae, like her spine, was almost crushed. She's a quadriplegic. She'll never walk again. She can't talk. Junior, in his anger, from a mistake, listen to this. From a mistake, going in the garage, messing with the lug wrench and the car out of the presence of your father. That's a mistake. When the mistake led to Pops having an accident because it wasn't corrected, that was wrongdoing. When you were in the conversation and you knew what had happened and what you had done, had you accepted the correction and come forth with the truth of the matter, you could have been corrected, right? And never return to that type of problem again. But because you hid it, it became wrongdoing. Now, because the wrongdoing doesn't have an opportunity to be checked, because you won't check it, The act that you commit is the same act, but it's no longer a mistake or an error. It's no longer just wrongdoing. Now, it has progressed all the way to an evil act that cost your father his life and really cost your mother the quality of her life. 3 stages, y'all, to wrong. The error stage, the mistake. The wrongdoing stage, meaning it was an intended act. And the evil stage of it, that it anticipates a violation of morality. That's your brother, man. I got to talk to somebody, y'all. I just wanted to drop that on y'all, man, see if it could help you. My daughter got accepted to the University of Michigan, man. That gold M, right? That gold M. Everybody don't know about what I'm saying when I say that gold M, right? She got accepted to the University of Michigan, y'all. Congratulations to her, man. She's trying her, I can't say her hardest because she's an overachiever when she goes after it. This is my daughter, my oldest daughter, who graduated from high school at 16 and was in Wayne State University at the age of 16. But she fell off, man. She let the first boy at a damn college party slide up on her, man. She got 2 babies now. My grandbabies, man, I love them. I wanted something different for her. But it's her life. She has to live it. I just want to help her as best I can live it, right? But she got accepted to the University of Michigan. And she said to me tonight, I said, so what's your major going to be? And she said, psychology. I said, why would you choose, what's psychology? What are you going to use psychology for? And she looked at me and said, to figure out why you so crazy. This is my baby, man. You know what I mean? I'm not crazy, man. Especially not anymore. Y'all continue to have a blessed one, man. It's your brother, FarRat Evolve. Y'all continue to have a blessed one, man. Peace.